scientists have taken the first steps as toward what they say could become a new test, a blood and urine test to detect autism. For this new study that published in the Molecular Autism Journal, researchers looked for chemical differences in the blood and urine of 38 autistic children and 31 children without the condition, all aged between 5 and 12. In those with autism, they found higher levels of protein damage, which they say are associated with ill health. The scientists say the test could ultimately be used by doctors to diagnose autism earlier in childhood by detecting these markers. However, some researchers are expressing caution about the study, saying it may give some clues about people with autism, but it is far too early for a new method for diagnosis. Now, according to the World Health Organization, 1 in 160 children worldwide has an autism spectrum disorder. Access for proper diagnosis and treatment remain challenging in many low and middle-income countries, including those in sub-Saharan Africa. In Ghana, a mother of a child with autism is fighting for a better life for her daughter and those affected with the disease.
Look at mommy's face. Brushing. Nana, look. Brushing.
Renata Nanaya Ohenowakofua was just an ordinary toddler. She crawled, she walked, and attempted to talk all by herself. But all that changed one day.
Before she turned 3, I noticed that a few words that she had, she lost them. She wasn't playing well. She wanted to keep to herself. She had some repetitive behavior.
Renata Nanaya's certain behavior change was a result of autism, but her mother Mary did not know that at the time.
In African setting, we say somebody might have touched your child. In other words, they might have exchanged her destiny. So why don't you start seeking spiritual support?
Autism, according to the World Health Organization, is a range of disorders that affect a person's social, communication, and language skills. But Mary, without guidance and information, was left wondering how can her child that she loved and considered a priceless gift present so many challenges.
The deep hatred I had was more of what she was going through, the things that she wasn't able to do as a child, okay? And so at a point, I started seeing her as probably a child who has come to destroy my own life.
A family friend from the United States visited Mary and her daughter in Ghana. She was the first person to point out that Nanaya might have autism.
That was my first time of hearing the word, and I didn't know the meaning.
Ignorance and social stigma are some of the reasons why parents do not accept their children's reality, and that can delay in seeking medical health. 1 in 87 children in Ghana under the age of 3 are affected by autism. That's according to the figures by the Rural Integrated Relief Service Ghana, a non-for-profit organization. Ghana, with a population of 26 million people, has only 5 speech and language therapists.
Mary now works as a center coordinator with Awawa 2, a charitable organization based in Accra that provide care and support for children with autism.
Our overall goal is to create an inclusive society, a society that will recognize children with speech and language difficulties, children with disabilities to have equal rights. We believe that the parent is the child's best result.
Although there is no cure for autism, Renata Nanaya, now 14, has made small but significant improvements.
The biggest goal and dream for Nanaya, it's for people around her to accept her as she is, even if she's not going to be cured of her autism.
Mary continues to teach her daughter functional skills because she believes autism should not be a dead-end situation.
Imuetinyan, Ugiagbe,